Welcome! In this video, I'm going to guide you through setting up assignments for your Personal Finance Lab class. Let's jump in. To access your assignments, you'll want to hover over Administration on the main menu. Click Create New Assignment to get started. Once you're on this page, you can easily toggle to view or edit your existing assignments. If you have more than one class on Personal Finance Lab, you'll start by selecting the right one from the drop-down menu. After that, each assignment will require an assignment name. This name will be what students see on their dashboard. Next, choose the start and end dates. Please note that after the end date, students will no longer receive credit for completing the pop quizzes. You can motivate your students to complete all the lessons in each assignment by rewarding them if all the tasks are completed before the due date. If you have both the stock game and budget game enabled in your class, you can choose whether the cash reward should be applied to their investment portfolio or to their checking account. In the field beside, add the total value in dollars that will be added as a reward in the account you selected. The reward feature is a great way to connect the budget game to the stock game. For example, you could require your students to complete a certain number of months in the budget game before they get the reward in their stock game. To do this, toggle close the units or scroll down the page until you get to Budget Game Actions. Add a check mark to the budget game, complete a full month, and set the total number of months you want your students to finish before receiving their reward. Alternatively, your students can complete any other tasks or lessons to earn the reward. When you're done setting up your assignment, scroll back up to the top and click Create. You'll see a pop-up that will ask you whether you want to make another assignment, edit the dates, or delete the assignment you just created, or return to your dashboard. To continue setting up your assignments, go ahead and click Create Another Assignment. To set up a prerequisite for an assignment in your class, follow these steps. Begin by creating at least one assignment in your class. This will serve as the prerequisite for other assignments. Once you have created the prerequisite assignment, navigate to the assignment settings. Give your new assignment a name and set the desired dates for it. From the drop-down menu, select the prerequisite assignment you created earlier. Add the lessons you'd like to include in your assignment, then scroll down to the bottom to add another. Note that you can create as many assignments as you want using the Add Another Assignment button, except for the prerequisite assignment. It is important to create the prerequisite assignment first before creating any associated assignments. There are over 200 lessons in the Personal Finance Lab Learning Library. To help teachers set up assignments that align to the academic standards in their state, we've set up a Suggested Assignment feature. Click the Show button to choose your state from the drop-down menu. Certain states like Ohio, Indiana, or Texas have multiple subjects that we align to. For most of the other states, the subject will default to personal finance or whatever relevant standards our team aligned our lessons to. After that, you can choose either to load up all the relevant lessons or create an assignment per unit. Let's say I'm a teacher from Alabama and I want to create a series of assignments where students complete one unit per assignment. In the first assignment, I would call it the same name as the unit Career Preparedness. Then I would set the start and end dates to allow my students to have 1 week to complete it. Under the Suggested Assignments panel, I would choose Alabama and select that unit from the third drop-down menu. To immediately create another assignment, you can either scroll down or close all the other modules until you get to the button Add Another Assignment. Click that button and follow the same steps for the next unit. Once you've set up a class, you can reuse previous assignments in future classes. Click the Copy an Older Assignment button and you should see a pop-up appear. Start by selecting the class you want to copy and then the assignment name. You'll see the individual lessons appear below. Click the green Copy Assignment button to load up the selection in your new assignment. Please note you'll need to select the name and dates, the rewards, or prerequisites for your new assignment. These items will not be copied over. You can also pick and choose individual lessons. We recommend starting with the stock game, beginner lessons, if you're using the stock game in your class. In this unit, there are useful glossary terms and tutorial videos that are a great primer for students new to investing. You can quickly select all the lessons by clicking Select All. Each lesson ends with a pop quiz. If you want to allow your students to retake them for a chance to get a better grade, you can click Select All under Allow Retries, or add a check mark to individual lessons. You can view the lessons by clicking View, which will open it in a new tab. Under the lesson name, you can see how long it takes to complete it on average. If you're teaching a personal finance class, we have lessons aligned to the Jumpstart National Standards. Under the Personal Finance section, there are 4 units. Unit 1 covers budgeting, saving, and spending. Unit 2 covers managing credit. Unit 3 covers income and taxes. And Unit 4 covers risk and financial decisions. Each unit begins with an introduction and ends with a unit assessment, so you can create assignments based on each main categories of financial literacy. The investing portion of the Jumpstart Standards is found under the Stock Game, Beginner Lessons and Stock Game, Intermediate Lessons. These are useful both in personal finance or investing-focused classes. The Investing 101 course is a 10-chapter introduction to investing course that includes vocabulary quizzes per chapter, as well as chapter exams. You can assign individual chapters or the entire course to your students. If you assign the full course, any student who completes all the material is eligible for a completion certificate. There are 2 other assessments available on Personal Finance Lab. The Financial Literacy Pre- and Post-tests are by default included in your class to help you gauge how effective the platform was at improving your students' understanding of key financial literacy concepts at the start and end of your session. Another assessment is a final exam that covers all the topics included in your assignment. This is a great feature to add if you created a semester-long assignment with several lessons from across our learning library. This final assessment will take questions from each lesson to test your students' longer-term retention of the material they've learned. To use the final assessment feature, you'll need to include the pre-post test to have the results included in the reports. The Personal Finance Lab team has put together several course outlines and lesson plans to support a variety of class lengths or subjects. There are additional class projects and grading rubrics available that tie in the lessons with the interactive games, bringing your students together in teams to make learning personal finance even more engaging. Under the Administration tab on the main menu, click Guides and Tutorials to access all the teacher resources available. At the top, you'll see the how-to guides for setting up your class, and under that, you'll see the teaching materials. The student packets will take you to a folder with all the student worksheets you can share with your students. Then we have course outlines for 18-week, 9-week, and 3-week courses. The lesson plans cover topics like needs versus wants, opportunity cost, taxation, and more. Each lesson plan is a downloadable PDF with links to all of the supporting materials. The Personal Finance Lab Learning Library also includes lessons on economics, accounting, management and marketing, as well as mathematics and spreadsheets. These lessons dive a little deeper into topics like fiscal and monetary policy, time value of money, social responsibility, payroll best practices, forms of business ownership, and more, so your students can get a full picture of the business and economic landscape they'll be joining when they graduate. At the bottom of the assignment creation page are a series of actions you can assign your students. One section is dedicated to the budget game, so you can require your students to watch tutorial videos on net worth or credit scores, or to perform certain actions in the game. For the stock game, there are 4 sections. Basic trades covers stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, and bonds. Order types and terms are tasks that require your students to practice making different kinds of trades, like limit buy or use a stop order. If you've included international exchanges in your class, you can require your students to buy or sell a certain amount of stocks from each region under the International Investing section. For all other more advanced securities, you can find tasks for them under the Options and Derivatives section. In each case, check the box to the left of the task name to include it in your assignment. Then, Enter how many times they will need to perform this action to get credit in your assignment. Thank you for watching this tutorial on setting up assignments on Personal Finance Lab. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you have any additional questions or need clarification, don't hesitate to reach out to your account manager or our help desk for further assistance.